Hello everyone, it's me, Savdraws, and today we're going to be doing a little video. So what happens is I take 5 random images from Pinterest and then I create a character out of those images, and that's what you're going to be seeing on the screen as I talk about stuff today. So what's going to happen is I'm going to be doing that in the background, and then I'm going to be talking about something else a little bit different. Today we're going to be talking about how perfectionism is actually bad for an artist. I struggle with this a lot, where I am such a large perfectionist that I can't do anything else unless it's perfect. So for example, if I start a drawing and I don't like it and it's not even 1/4 of the way done, it's not even 1/8 of the way done, for example, I will literally toss it aside and forget about it and just stop. If I don't like it, it turns into this massive complex of I don't like it, therefore it's not good enough, therefore I'll never get a job, therefore I'm gonna be homeless because I can't get money. And I know that's not like specifically perfectionism, but that's just me, and it's very discouraging because perfectionism is a large part of that, especially if you have these things like I do. I'm not going to go into like all the quote-unquote disorders or whatever, but there's a few things that I have that kind of co-plays with that, and perfectionism is a really large part of that. Perfectionism can really hurt an artist because if they are such a perfectionist and they cannot do what's in their head, they will throw it away, or they'll just toss it aside and never look at it again, to never be finished, to never show to anyone because it's not good enough. And it's frustrating because it actually has stopped me from creating my series Dysfunction, because I want it to be a professional series, but I'm not professional level, and whenever I try to make it a professional level, it doesn't turn out professional level, therefore I throw it away and I forget about it. Even though the story is still there and all these things are still there, it's frustrating because I'll start to create the first episode, it's not good enough, therefore I restart again and again and again, and it just isn't good enough to where I just keep restarting and I never get finished. And that's a big part of perfectionism at work, is because nothing is getting done and it's frustrating because it's not good enough. And it scares me personally, because when I get into the art world as a business, if I'm not already in it, I don't know. I don't really know the professional world. It's really weird because the perfectionism part of me is holding me back, and it sucks. You know you can be better, therefore do it again, and it's scary. I know a lot of people have this problem as I do, and I'm trying to deal with that myself. And so this video of me talking about it is and opening up to you guys about it is very I know it's very personal, but I feel like a lot of people struggle with this as much as I do, and I wanted to talk about it because it's a big problem. You know, it's frustrating. I talk about, being confident in your art and doing all this stuff, and then in the background I literally hate everything that I do, and I feel like it's a hypocritical thing to say. So I'm just saying this in a perspective way. Perfectionism, I'm getting a little off track, but perfectionism is very harming to an artist. And you have to realize that you have it in order to fix it. So it's one of those things where, like, addiction, I'm not comparing it to addiction, but I'm just like saying, like, it's one of those things where you have to admit you have it in order to get better. You have to learn to understand and deal with in order to make better. I am personally trying to get myself to do things that even if I don't like doing them, I'm gonna push through until the end, and if I don't like it, then I don't like it. The problem that I have is that since I don't like it at the beginning, I never see the end product, and I never see the finished product. I've had so many attempts, but only like one 15th of them have come through to the end, and you guys get to see them. I start so many projects and I never ever finish them because no matter what I do, it's not good enough. Therefore, I'm not going to post it. I'm not going to finish it. And it's one of those things where I absolutely hate myself for doing this, and it cycles around into this spiraling weird spiral of depression, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. But if I constantly tell myself, you have to do this in order to get better. You're not going to get better if you just keep quitting like this. You're not going to get better. This is your perfection talking. It's annoying, but it really helps, because recently I've been trying to draw more on paper and just drawing, and even if I don't like it, and just finishing it, and then if I don't like it at the end, then I'll decide what to do with it. But the problem is that a lot of people struggle with this as much as I do. And I know I've already said that, but it's a very, very, very important thing to talk about, because even a lot of professional artists struggle with this. Even a lot of amateur artists struggle with this. I don't know what I am. I'm not a professional or an amateur. I'm just kind of like in the middle, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things where you have to talk about it. You have to accept it. And I feel like it's important for a lot of artists to understand that you're not alone with that. You're not struggling with that on your own, because there's a lot of people, including me, that are struggling with this perfectionism in my art that I can never fix, and it's frustrating. It's one of those things where to get better, you have to accept it, and a lot of people don't have that. They don't have that in them. And it ultimately is what makes people quit art. A lot of young artists quit art because of this. A lot of young artists also compare, which it can be a separate own, it could be its own video where I talk about comparing your art to others. But this is mainly, you draw it, you don't think it's good enough, it's not what's in your head, the perfectionism kicks in, and then you just quit. And it's frustrating. But all I can say to fix that is to acknowledge it, to keep pushing yourself to do better, to keep challenging yourself, continue doing it even if you don't like it, and stuff like that, because it's frustrating, yes I know, but I feel like it will help you in the end. And so that's where I'm gonna end this video. If you like this video, poke that like button, subscribe for more content, and all my links are in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.